Hi everybody, I'm Anjindra. You might know me better as Aliera of Wayrest. That's right, beta tested for Bethesda way back in the day when they were an indie company starting out under my dad Akatosh. If all of that sounds familiar, it should. Well, maybe not me, I was only in Daggerfall. And I had a bit part where it's he and the other beta testers, 9 beta testers that helped launch the company. After Daggerfall, they did go in-house for that. They just endless hours, and you used to have to find bugs by hand and log them using F11. But yeah, I mean, I mostly was interested in design. I was a young girl at the time. They liked me, loved my handle, asked to use it, and wound up putting everybody in the game. We got street cred, we got t-shirts, mouse pads, and they went on to just kill it. My dad actually, they offered him a job to help write the hints book for, I don't know if it was Daggerfall or if it was Morrowind, but he decided that he got job offers from Bell Aerospace. Like, he was just an incredible programmer, really good gamer too. He was so introverted, so much about his privacy, that he decided not to advance his gaming career, and he stayed working as a programmer, wound up working for a Fortune 500 company before passing away, and just, spent his day as a grunt as far as most of the world was concerned. Obviously working extremely technical jobs, but never told anybody who he was. He threw it on his LinkedIn, and that was that. So this was his baby. This was, his thing. And I did World of Warcraft and adventure gaming and all of that. And then went back through and started playing and everything, and found so much of it that's trying to be female friendly. The Elder Scrolls cookbook was so well done with semiotics. It could use some tightening up on the cooking mechanics, and I'm going over that in some of my videos. Gosh, what else? Your 24 hours when you log in the Elder Scrolls Online, you can claim a free daily reward to help you. Word calendar depicted, and they refresh every month. So, I like Elder Scrolls Online. I feel it addresses the complaint that there isn't a new Elder Scrolls nicely, because it's new material and it's frequent. It gets updated all the time with items, with new chapters and all of that. So if you're Jones, and you can see whether or not it's for you, whether or not it gives you your effects. What else was?
Here come Queen Euraxia's guests now.
I don't like the looks of these meddlers. I say we feed them to the dragons and be done with it.
Cadwell, you're kind of minus your body.
I know you. I saw you through the soul-shriven's eyes. You were with the fool who thinks himself the shining knight of Sirad. If only he knew what a monster I was. The horrors of Cold Harbor pale before my heinous deeds.
In Cadwell's head.
I am my own head, yes.
Hard to
I am
argue
the
with.
hero of Sirad and the villain of Elsewhere. The champion of the third Nedic massacre and the dark knight they call the Betrayer.
Do you have an evil, are you the evil twin?
Of course not. I am the genuine article, much more real than a disembodied soul given shape in the flesh cauldrons of oblivion. But why do you presume to talk to me? I have killed greater beings than you for much, much less.
Alright, so you're the betrayer.
Came to that conclusion by yourself, did you? That's what they called me. There's a certain ring to it, but I always
took out Cadwell, huh?
Grandiose titles. Champion, Slayer, Dark Knight. When I am made whole, the cats will pay for what they did to me.
As a disembodied head, you're slightly less than intimidating. Counterintuitive, I know. I just feel like I could take you.
So you're Abner Tharn's bodyguard and valet. Not what I expected. I
Well,
assume
if
you
you
want
don't
to
mind.
follow your
Big
master into the
difference.
Queen's inner sanctum, huh? I'll allow it. But first, I want to gauge the measure of your marrow. I am Queen Euraxia's chief necromancer. You may
Color me
call
embarrassed.
Sumog Foom. The other grave callers answer to me. And this is my familiar and confidant, Sir Cadwell the Betrayer.
Okay. Cadwell's the betrayer, or Cadwell got taken over by the... He was digging in the betrayer's grave.
Ah, yes. The Betrayer saw you when it looked through the soul-shriven's eyes. The creature you know is a pale shadow
Okay,
of
so
the
he's the
dark
betrayer.
knight that once walked these lands. I exhumed his remains and reanimated him. Well, his head. It was all I could find.
Okay, now I'm impressed. I mean, honestly, I thought you would need at least 2/3 of a human to pull that feat off.
My actions don't concern you. I just wanted to meet Abner Tharn's lackey and determine if Queen Euraxia had anything to fear. The answer is quite clear. Your insignificance rivals that of the soul-shriven fool, which makes you eminently forgettable.
I'm assuming that they're the relations of the original Tharn, the battle mage for Iberia's Septum in 3E. And now all of a sudden she's decided that she gets to meet him.
Now about the rest of my body, O pestilent one.
Your insults won't hasten the process, betrayer.
But there's a terrible draft in what used to be
Presenting
my nether
Abner
regions.
Tharn, Grand Chancellor and Overlord of Nibene, Imperial Battle Mage of the Elder Council, and Patriarch of the Tharn Dynasty, and his bodyguard.
Ah,
Hi.
brother. Your arrival, it's so unexceptional.
Pretending to be a queen isn't...
Hush, Abner, you bore me. Bodyguard, you look interesting. Come talk to me.
You heard her. Good luck.
Guess it's
My
me.
sources indicated that my half-brother's associate was somewhat taller. Oh well. Now, why in the world should I even consider negotiating with members of the losing side?
You're sitting on one of my subordinates' thrones. Oh, right, I'm a Khajiit this time. We came to warn you, the dragons consider you a puppet and they plan to betray you.
A warning? How thoughtful. You do know that I defeated the Khajiit army and took control of the Rimmon throne? I am no one's puppet, I assure you. But why do you suppose I have anything to do with dragons?
Dude, you don't gotta play games with me. Like, chick to chick here, I need the persuasion. I can't... Honey, I'm a, like, IRL bard. That's just how I roll. I mean, I go... Like, what's the balance between rogue and cleric with some ranger? It's a bard.
Oh, how precious. I hoped my pompous half-brother would provide an amusement, but this is even better. I have a chamber set aside in the dungeons just for you. We'll play the most interesting games, you and I, until your body gives out.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell Usurper that we're under a
Do
truce.
not presume to lecture me. I make the rules here, not you or Abner. I have a special relationship with Mulamnir, an understanding. The
We're judging
dragons
our
will secure my
community.
hold over elsewhere, and there's nothing you or my half-brother can do to stop them.
Okay, well, have fun, and, you know, when you're dragging toothpicks,
Enough!
it'll be...
Zumog
nice.
Foom, what news do you bring?
The Desert Wind Adaptorium has fallen. We move against Riverhold on your word.
Then the word is given. Now, half-brother.
Treachery? How could I ever have anticipated this?
Guards, take them to the dungeons.
I think not.
How to put this? I feel outmatched. Of course, I mean, the first thing they did was throw me in against, ladies and gentlemen, Bethesda Softworks. This was their MO from day one. They did warn you that Tamriel from, I think it was 3E, was rent asunder by a betrayal of the original Tharn. His apprentice, Rhea Silvermane, contacts you in the first game, and you are walked through the fact that the Cataclysm has caused so much strife in the land, they stopped calling Tamriel, which is Elvish for Dawn's Beauty, and started calling it the Arena, hence the name of the game.
I suppose that could have gone better.
Just no shit, Sherlock. Like, I feel bad.
I prepared for Euraxia's probable betrayal. Unfortunately, my teleport spell wasn't quite able to penetrate the palace wards, so we wound up down here, in the palace sewer.
You know, anything beats going in against the necromancer.
We heard two things of note. First, Euraxian forces have invaded the Desert Wind Adeptorium for some insidious purpose. And second, my vile half-sister ordered an attack on Riverhold.
You don't think they invade just to invade?
One thing at a time. I need to recover my strength after teleporting us into this skeever hole. I'll need your help to get out of here. Then we can deal with both Desert Wind and Riverhold.
Stay close. Are you serious right now? Like, because I, the level 17 whatever, am going to babysit walk you out of here. But you're gonna make me do this. Come on, sewer rat. I don't think I have. Oh, I do have room in my inventory. How about that? Salamanders. Do you need anything from salamanders? No. It's interesting to me that you can't loot. I mean, granted, it would cut down on the. There was monster loading and loot and running, and they addressed the way that was handled. You can only, for instance, loot one body at a time and so on, so you can't have that whole... That's a ritual. And the way out is that way, so... We're just gonna feel good about that. I inside you. I love polygonal glitches. Vertices. Like a swear word. No, I should probably start blocking. Another maple shield. Oh, at least it's worth some cash. No way out of here.
I recommend vigilance. Old sewers attract all sorts of vermin, plus it won't be long before Euraxian soldiers come looking for us. All I can offer at this moment is advice. So avoid what you can, dispatch what you can't, and watch where you step.
Yeah, they kind of like, they don't let you, the guilt factor. Only men can survive. Real men, I tell you. When they drop you in Daggerfall, you wind up shipwrecked, so you have to literally run the dungeon on the way out. They have this positively evil setup where, in order to get out of the original portion... Hi. Nothing in here, huh? You need to find a hidden lever. I filed a complaint, I'm not gonna lie. They were like, no on the lever, they were like, yes. Because they tried to design their dungeons and whatnot to be difficult. They didn't want things that were intuitive. It was compared to male versus female shopping at the mall recently. Is there a hidden door or something, or am I just really that into running around in circles. I feel like this is where I came from. Did I go the wrong way? And there's so many options to be wrong when it's try not to limit themselves. Don't like that you can't climb ladders. Troubles the heck out of me. I think that people underestimate how often gamers game, or how many games. So I'll go from one interface where I can climb ladders to another where I can't, and the disparity is jarring. So, whoa! Oh, and the battle mage stuff. Towards the road. Nice special effects. They're decent anyway. Dungeon damage dealer. Crowbar to the head. Like the fact that you can block, you can dodge. Handy. Alright, homespun jerkin. Nothing. I thought for sure, you know. Let's realize. Holding a wound. He's gonna die before I get out of here. You get for entrusting yourself to me. I'm an apathetic defender at best. And like, if you die, last thing on my to-do list. Millet, my goodness. No, you can never have too much millet, friend. Really? Really? Alright, broken barrel. Trying to
way
like
out, finally. I can't abide another moment in this stench.
It does help to know the Bethesda template for dungeons. They're unique. The entrance tends to be very near the exit. Who knows why? But yeah, so like the normal, like treat it like a labyrinth thing. The only thing that you will wind up doing is running it like an actual, like, you know, those soothing where you take the stylus and then you trace the literal entire labyrinth. Yeah, that's what you'll do to yourself, friend. You will level up. Point where you can eventually handle more than just a dungeon run. Like, there will be more than just running going on, but... Alright, Abner, give me a thank you.
Well, that's an experience I won't be adding to my memoirs.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
We'll separate here.
Good.
Make it harder for Euraxia's lackeys to follow us.
Parley was a disaster.
No. Things actually turned out better than I expected.
Is that a
We know that
conclusion?
Euraxia wants something from the Desert Wind Adaptorium, and we know she's about to launch a counter-strike against Riverhold.
I love how me-centric my replies
That's
are.
not exactly true. If my power wasn't depleted, well, let's not digress. I'll go to Riverhold and warn Garishri. We'll make sure the city is ready for the attack. Meanwhile, you find out what's happening at the Desert Wind Adaptorium. Adaptoriums serve the same function as monasteries in other parts of Tamriel. Desert Wind and its adepts follow the order of Jean Kaj. It's west of here, on the northern lip of the scar. Look for a side entrance if the main door is blocked.
That's specific. I usually get that sort of clue from, like, being stymied. Alright, so we tried to parley and failed miserably. I'm going to keep this one shorter. They do tend to run very long, but we will just... I felt like I got a lot accomplished. See, I go until, like, I hit, you know, what to me is a storyline waypoint. So, Euraxia will not be reasoned with. I do wonder what would have happened. I'll have to look up what would have happened, you know, if I had persuasion points. Because I did leap straight through and avoid too many side quests. So we'll have to look into whether or not we should be grinding off screen. I did jump straight away into Somerset, where the dragons had returned, and so my character is a lower level. Greymoor comes out shortly. I am probably going to do one of those teaser trailers for it where I just like grab it and then, you know, jam out over it. Because I like to celebrate too. I have no idea why. That's just, maybe it's like bonfires are big up north. So that was always our thing, and you would always have a guy with a guitar. So I guess that's just how I do. So anyways, thank you for coming along for the ride. Hopefully you're enjoying hanging out with us, learning a little bit, maybe extra about Tamriel or about Bethesda or whatever tickles your fancy. Let us know in the comments below, or even if you just want to talk gaming, hit subscribe. There's a subscribe button. It's free for you. It means the world to us. Hit like, give me props. And then also in the description below, if you have any interest at all in being crew or, you know, like adding to your life experience, we did partner up with Gamer Grind. We love what the brand Jolt Cola did for gaming culture. We are a very young subculture, and we just skimmed through a lot of growing pains. Gamer Grind it's a co-op, so depending on how esports takes off, it could actually be the next Jolt Cola, because it does let you put your logos onto things and then sell them for your teams at a very low price, or you can just go with the coffee, because that's their bread and butter, and it has all different blends. So, you know, go in for the monthly subscription and just try something a little bit different for a week or so and see if you enjoy it, or just grab a bag and support us. You can use my handle, Aliera. Bethesda did to get 5% off. So thank you so much again for coming along for the ride. We will see you in the next video. Support your gaming community, and as always, much love.